Hi everyone, so we are going to continue with our discussion for the fifth question. We need to find the values of theta between 0 and 360 degrees that satisfy the following equation. So we are given for the first example, sine theta is equal to 0.6137, and here we need to remember first step is to check our limit. The limit for our final answer given is theta must be between 0 degree and 360 degrees. This is for our final answer. So we can just check if our calculation will have a different limit. But there's no worries because both are in theta. So we just proceed with the second step. We need to find our reference angle or basic angle, which is our alpha. So alpha is equal to arcsine of modulus 0.6137. Please remember you must not forget the absolute value symbol. So once we key in this in our calculator, we will get our reference angle will be 37.86 degree. Once we know our reference angle is 37.86, what we need to do is we just need to determine the quadrant. So that is our third step. We need to determine our quadrant. So we know that we will have the angle alpha in the first and the second quadrant because here we are given sine theta and it is a positive value. So we just draw our angle here. So this is my alpha is equal to 37.86 degree, and here is also alpha is 37.86 degree. So the fourth step is to list all possible angle, which is theta. So what we have to do is we just need to start from our initial side, which is our 0 degree, and then we just make the rotation in anti-clockwise direction. So our first value of theta will be 37.86 degree, and then for the second angle we will start still at the initial side, moving to the second quadrant, and we will have 180 degrees minus our alpha, which is 37.86 degree. So we just need to calculate that, and then we will have our theta is equal to 142.14 degrees. Okay, so that is our final solution because once we check our final solution here satisfy the given limit because both angles are still in the limit from 0 to 360 degrees. Okay, so now let's proceed to the next example. You are given cos theta is equal to 0.2377. So here again we need to check the limit. The given limit is still theta must be between 0 and 360 degrees. And then next we need to find our alpha. So alpha will be equal to arc cos of 0.2377. We just need to key in our calculator, and that will give us our alpha will be 76.25 degrees. Once we know that our alpha is 76.25 degree, we just need to identify which quadrant. Since cos theta is a positive value there, so we know that it will be in quadrant 1 and the fourth quadrant. So we just need to draw the quadrant for you to easily look for our angle. So here is my alpha 76.25 degrees, as well as in the fourth quadrant 76.25 degrees. Okay, so the last step is to list all our possible values of theta. So we will get theta is equal to, so our first angle will start from the initial side, moving in anti-clockwise direction because our limit is in the positive angle section. So we just list that. So our theta is 76.25 degrees. And then for the second angle, we'll start from 0 and then move to the fourth quadrant, still in anti-clockwise direction, and we will get 360 degree minus 76.25 degrees. And again, we just calculate this in our calculator and we will get our second angle will be 283.75 degrees. And that will be our final answer. As for the third one, we are given tangent theta is equal to negative 2.3569, and again we are going to do the same method. The first one is to check our limit for final answer. So the limit given in the question is theta must be between 0 degrees and 360 degrees, and then second step is to find our reference angle. Our reference angle is alpha, and then we just calculate it using the formula. Alpha will be equal to arctangent of negative 2.3569. Don't forget, you need to put the absolute value. Okay, so once we put the absolute symbol there, don't forget that we are going to key in the calculator and we just ignore the negative sign. And hence that will give me my alpha is equal to 67.01 degrees. Once I know that my alpha is 67.01, we need to realize we have tangent is equal to a negative value. So we know that it will be in which quadrant? Because we know that we have 4 quadrants. The first one, all will be positive, sine, tangent, and cos. So automatically we know that for this specific question, our alpha will be in the second and the fourth quadrant because tangent must be negative. So we just draw our angle in the second and fourth quadrant, and don't forget to label our alpha 67.01 degree. Okay, so now we need to go to our final step, which is to list all our possible theta. So all possible theta will be theta is equal to 180 degrees minus 67.01 degrees. That is the one in the second quadrant. And then for the fourth quadrant, we are going to go still in anti-clockwise direction. And we will have there 360 degrees minus 67.01 degree. So once we calculate these two angles, we are going to get our final answer is theta will be equal to 112.99 degrees and 292.99 degrees. And that is our final answer because both are still in our given limit. Okay.